With an assembly line carbon footprint of less than 30%, a utility system that saves 50 million gallons of water, a battery manufacturing site, and a production capacity of 500,000 units annually, Ford has made its biggest investment to date in a groundbreaking $6 billion pickup factory. Is this finally how Ford beats Tesla? Was Ford right to make this move? Let's find out. The American automaker broke ground on the state-of-the-art manufacturing facility in September of last year, located in western Tennessee. It's the company's biggest project by far. The structure expands across an overwhelming 6 square miles, making it 3 times the size of the automaker's Rogue complex in Michigan, which has been working for over a century now. Called the Blue Oval City, the megastructure will be the first all-new assembly plant for Ford since 1969. The manufacturer plans to use the site to produce power packs for both Ford and Lincoln models in the battery factory. However, the main focus is set to be on Ford's brand new T3 pickup truck. Ford wants to set the standard for its EV version of the American pickup, and so it's going all out at the new plant. Out of all the company's 75 manufacturing sites, the 3,600-acre mega campus is easily the most impressive one. The ambitious project is set to feature an ultra-modern assembly plant along with cutting-edge component suppliers, strategically placed to maximize efficiency and production. Ford will be changing the game by partnering up with Wedgwood Materials for an innovative battery recycling program, thereby ushering the company into an era of sustainable manufacturing while reducing waste and cutting down the impact on the environment. It'll help the auto manufacturer create recycling options for scrap and end-of-life vehicles with a focus of lithium-ion recycling as well. This is exactly in line with the company's vision of zero waste to landfill ration and carbon neutrality. As concerns about climate change pick up, Ford's step has been appreciated by many. Overall, the automaker plans to establish a vertically integrated ecosystem with work education, training facilities, and key suppliers. The assembly plant might be the largest to scale so far, but Ford plans to have a minimal as impact as possible. The on-site wastewater treatment plant will be making zero freshwater withdrawals, according to the company's claims so far. Ford's planning to do this by making use of the water reuse and water recycling systems. The automaker will be using the same approach for landfill waste, capturing on-site materials and routing them to recycling. With these changes, Ford is aiming for a 30% smaller assembly footprint than standard plants without compromising on production. More importantly, Blue Oval City is Ford's way of launching the T3 on a clean slate. After the successful launch of the Ford F-150 Lightning, the American automaker is all set to open the next chapter in its EV journey. Ford plans to shake things up with the T3, which stands for Trust the Truck, by going back to its roots and starting from scratch. As the company takes this approach, it'll be able to make sustainable changes in the pickup truck in line with the shifting demands of the industry. The legacy automaker has plans to make the T3 an environmental-friendly AV fitted with the latest technology in the business. What's more, according to Farley, the new electric F-Series pickup will also feature self-driving. While Ford's much more successful competitor Tesla has struggled with introducing the autonomous driving model to its lineup, Jim Farley, company CEO, does not seem too worried about the feature not working out. In fact, Ford CEO went as far as to say that the tech might even allow drivers to take a nap while driving down the highway. Although ambitious, Farley's claims are still a long way from the company's current semi-autonomous model that allows drivers to take their hands off the wheel but still requires them to stay alert. At full production, Blue Oval City will be manufacturing 500,000 EVs of this caliber annually. Speaking about the production, Ford President Jim Farley said, "Project T3 is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to revolutionize America's truck. We are melding 100 years of Ford truck know-how with a world-class electric vehicle, software, and aerodynamics talent." As for when the construction will be near completion, Ford is expecting to do so by 2025. When production starts, the company expects to employ over 6,000 workers to manufacture pickup trucks and batteries in partnership with South Korea's battery manufacturer SK Innovation. In collaboration with SK Innovation, the legacy automaker expects to build 2 more factories in Kentucky. These production facilities will be working on the same scale as Blue Oval City and will employ over 5,000 workers. The 1,500-acre megastructure, aka the Blue Oval SK Battery Park in Glendale, Kentucky, is set to open in 2025 as well. The twin plants are expected to produce 43 gigawatt-hours each, with a total of 86 gigawatt-hours annually. What's more, the $5.8 billion investment is the single largest investment in the state's history so far. Together, Ford and SK Innovation will be investing $11.4 billion across the states for the massive project, with $7 billion from the American automaker and $4.4 billion from the South Korean supplier side. Additionally, the two partners will invest $525 million in technical training and education nationwide. All of these developments are meant to help Ford reach its goal to build 2 million EVs by the end of 2026. Additionally, the companies plan to spend $50 billion on the EV sector, making sure that by 2030, EVs make up half of the company's sales. It's a tall order, no doubt, since the manufacturer sold only 27,000 EV units in the US back in 2021. But Eric Grubb, Ford's director of the new footprint construction, is hopeful, saying, "This facility is the blueprint for Ford's future manufacturing facilities and will enable Ford to help lead America's shift to electric vehicles." Ford's executive chairman, William C. Ford Jr., added, "I think the industry is on a fast road to electrification, and those who aren't are going to be left behind. So as Tesla sets the tone, legacy automakers like Ford are doing their best to catch up." That said, Ford is playing its part by investing $525 million for a 5-year plan to transform the states into auto manufacturing industries. The company has invested $90 million in Texas alone. However, Blue Oval City significantly is much more than the innovation and zero carbon emissions. It signifies Ford's commitment to Tennessee. At the moment, the company's Nashville Business Center employs around about 800 people. Additionally, Ford operates 65 dealerships employing 3,600 employees throughout the state. The automaker also has a supply and logistics distribution center in Memphis with 150 people. What's more, according to the study by Boston Consulting Group, Ford is supporting 18,000 direct and indirect jobs in the state with a GPD contribution of $1.8 billion. Now, with Blue Oval City, Ford is guaranteeing equity, diversity, and jobs for the people of Tennessee for years to come. That said, Ford is not the only one investing into establishing its own assembly line for EVs. General Motors announced plans to end the production of internal production vehicles by 2035, with plans to build 4 battery plants in the States over the course of the next few years. Longtime EV critic Toyota has announced plans about spending billions to construct battery factories with a goal to sell 2 million EVs by the end of the decade. Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Volkswagen, and Hyundai are keeping pace by investing billions to manufacture EVs as well. According to Gartner analyst Mike Ramsey, the fact that all these companies are building battery plants is because they need their own production lines if they plan to make EVs high volume. And the fact that they're ready to spend billions of dollars signifies they're saying there's no turning back and that they're really going to do this. However, Gartner also signified that as the automakers make the change to EVs, they need to think about things like consumer demand and expanding the network of charging stations. Will Ford's expensive $6 million bet pay off? And will it be able to make EVs 40% of its fleet by 2030? Only time will tell. See you next time.